Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to ActorCast. Wait. Hey, applause, applause. Okay, today we have a very special guest. Like all my guests, they're very special. I met him like 1 minute. We had an interaction in New York at AMDA. We follow each other on Instagram ever since. Please welcome Ciaran Welch.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, man? Glad to
I'm
be on
good,
here.
I'm good. Do you remember when we met or where we met?
I would, it feels so bad saying I don't remember, but like if
No,
you
but
have, I
yeah,
think you might have a better memory than I do right now.
it's good. It's all good. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was at a water fountain. What the water fountain like in the second floor or third floor?
Oh,
Was it
okay.
like
Yeah, was that 2022 or 2023?
three probably?
I think it was, yeah, I think wait, yeah, I think it was 2023.
I
I
think so.
remember
I don't
water
remember
fountains
to be honest.
then.
Maybe I'm confusing you with another redhead.
I don't know. There's not a lot of us around here. I don't,
Yeah,
to be
true.
honest.
But then again, my last guess was another redhead, Ashley. The guest I had last week. So I guess I'm I'm using all my redhead guest cards in the past
the,
for the for the
yeah.
la- for the shows that I've done. Okay, well, introduce yourself to the people that don't know you, who you are, what you do, all that stuff.
Of course. Hey guys, my name is Ciaran Welch. I'm 22. I live in the city currently. I went to school at AMDA in 2022. I did the 2-year program. If you don't know what that school is, that's totally okay. Some people don't know it exists either. But it's like a conservatory, like solely based on like musical theater or like acting for film or like dance majoring. So I decided to just pursue musical theater and get my conservatory degree for that. Before then, I didn't really know what theater was. I was more of a dancer growing up, so I did tap dance for most of my life. I was tap dancing since I was 8, and then I didn't really explore theater until in high school because my friends actually introduced me to Hairspray, the musical, as we most of us know. And I was like, oh, okay, do that. And it was fun. I was in the ensemble, I was IQ. Mm, And then they were like, you can get paid for that professionally if you're good enough. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Like, what is this? I'm like, I get it's a musical, but like, what do you mean? And then I went to my teacher in like drama class and she was like explaining. I'm like, oh wait, this actually seems interesting because I want to like become a lawyer, but like I don't think I can pass the bar exam. I'm kidding. But I senior year, like did a lot of community theater in high school, and I really wanted to stick to it. So I took like a lot of singing and like more dance training, which really was up my alley. So it was really nice and, got some acting in, and then I applied for, like, a bunch of different schools, and obviously, it's very competitive to get into, like, musical theater programs for, like, BFAs and whatever, so when I got, like, offered to, like, audition in person in Miami, because I'm living in Naples, Florida at the time, which is, like, Southwest Florida, and Miami was, like, a 3-hour drive to the opposite side of Florida. I said, "Why not?" So I took a road trip, I auditioned, I thought I did horrible, and I thought I didn't get in, and a couple weeks later, they were like, "You got in. Well, here's your scholarship. Come join us in New York City if you want." And I was like, I got nothing better to do, so why not do it? So went there in 2022. I really loved the program, and I got a lot of like stuff that I didn't think I would get out of that
Mm.
conservatory, like the acting, the singing, the dancing. Like I had a lot of dance training, but like I really liked how condensed and hyper speed like the acting and like the singing was, or the training at least for all of that. So it really felt like I was doing 4 years in 2 years, which I guess is like their goal. I mean, now like in 2026, there's different programs in New York City for AMDA. Like they've updated a lot since then, but I was very fortunate to do a lot of the stuff that came back because the COVID classes, as we all know, like they didn't have all of the packages and stuff that the returning students in person got to have. So it was very nice to,
When was this?
be I joined in the fall of 2022. So I graduated in the spring of 2024, but like I know like a year or two ago, like there was like students at New York City, but like they were COVID times still.
In 2022 too?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Wow.
2021 was probably like the graduating
Yeah, the
classes, but they
worst.
were still COVID time.
Oh,
But yeah, yeah, I was like the year after, which was
yeah.
really nice. So I was like,
Yeah,
phew,
better.
yeah, it was so much better. Trust me. But yeah, that's how I've like, really went to school for all that. And then I was fortunate enough to graduate like before actually graduating in the sense of like I booked a contract before my time at AMDA ended. And I got to watch the live stream of my graduation while doing a contract in Maryland. And ever since I've just been nonstop like on the grind, like keeping my skills up and just auditioning, obviously, because you have to do that.
What else can we
But
do?
yeah, all right. No, but it's been very nice, and I've been very blessed this past year and this year specifically. I mean, I just came back from being in Arizona 6 months ago. Like, I came back in April, so it was very interesting being there in Arizona from October of 2025 all the way until April 20th. Like, I celebrated so much in Arizona with like three different casts doing three
Wow.
completely different shows. So it's a very
Yeah.
rewarding experience. And like obviously I've never been to Arizona before. So like that's a plus. And getting paid is like the best thing. So I can't
Yeah.
really complain. And then I do catering on the side. So that's
Oh,
me.
really?
Yeah, I
Like
work for
waiter?
two yeah, like serving for like
Okay.
high-end events with two catering companies. So
Oh,
that's
that's
my
good.
gig on the side.
That's
Yeah.
good. Wow, there's so much to unpack out of everything. I have so many questions about everything. So many parts that you talked about. But
Of course.
first, I guess I have to say that I also did hairspray my senior year. I think were you born 2004, right?
Yes, I was an 04.
Me too. Okay, so we had like the same senior production. We both did hairspray. That's funny.
Yeah.
I think I have a video of it. Do you have footage of that?
I have no footage of that.
No, they
I
didn't film
can't
it?
I mean, I feel like they did, but, like, I have long gone, like, forgot all about that production
Yeah.
specifically.
You've been in the stars by now
Oh, no,
compared
it's
to.
just yeah, I mean, I've been just doing a lot, honestly, to be honest with you.
No, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I know. By now it's probably something like way too out of your league.
I wouldn't say out of my league. I just feel like I learn there's so much things that I like do and learn every day that like
Yeah.
it's hard to like really reflect on the past when it's like every day is just like
Mm.
keep going and going and going as you would agree, I guess.
Yeah, and it's true because I have actually my first video on this YouTube channel is me playing Mr. Pinky, Mr. Spitzer, and Mr. Whimsy in Hairspray.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, that's awesome.
and I've learned so much since then because it was before AMDA, before working in Hollywood background and stuff. Like I learned so much, and sometimes I'm like, I want to remove this from my YouTube, but at the same time, it's like it shows where I've been and where I am right now.
No, absolutely. I feel like it's a good testament to like although we don't like washing ourselves like and when we first started out, it's really like a testament to like how we much we've grown as like performers or like actors or singers or dancers. Like I still don't like watching my material from self tapes and I hate it. But
Oh,
like you learn a lot
yeah.
about yourself, especially if you improve and you have like the tools and the resources. Like I'm fortunate enough to have like an agent and manager that like will look at my tapes and tell me what to like fix. But like you obviously just have to work on yourself. Like, you can't just be like, "Oh, I hope my managers pick the right one." You have to, like, keep working on your acting and your singing, and it's like, there's just so many layers that go into it, but, like, that everybody knows that. I don't have to tell you
Mhm.
that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not me, but maybe the audience who's gonna watch this, maybe they don't know how what it takes to like how much work you have to put in to be in this industry, and it's good to
Mm.
be reminded about this because sometimes
No, of course.
it seems easy, like from the outside, but it's much more work than it can be seen. And sometimes the best actors make it look easy. So I don't know.
No, I think no, that's so true, and, like, if anyone is watching this that doesn't realize how hard it is, it's hard in the sense of, like, there's a lot of waiting, and it's a lot of no's. Like, th you can be so talented and so good, but no one's ever gonna want you until you find the right track or the right production, and it's just luck at that point. It's never about your talent. Anybody can be talented, excuse me, and sing like a specific note or do a specific gesture or like perform like a basic like time step or something. But it's like it just depends on like, how tall you are or can you fit into multiple roles in this track. It's just really dependent on other things that are not based on solely your performance or talent.
Yeah. Do you think that the roles that you've gotten since AMDA have been more like you getting typecasted, or have they been more? Is there one that shocked you? Like, oh, I didn't know I could do this.
Yeah, I definitely so I've been doing productions left and right, but I've only done like 11, about to leave for another one next week, but I
Only?
would s I mean, that's true, that's very true. I mean, I'm very fortunate and blessed, and I'm not saying that only, but you know what I mean.
No, I know.
Some
I'm joking.
people no, of course. But what I needless to say though, there are some roles that I've played recently that I'm like, am I really good for this show? Like even in the ensemble, I'm like, I did a production of Pretty Woman the musical, if you know the movie.
Yeah, I just
And
watched this is so funny. They just brought it here to Chile. I watched it the last weekend actually.
oh my gosh. Well, I if you loved it, I hope you did
Yeah, but
because
they
it's
skipped. I can't look back. They skipped that song. They didn't put it in.
interesting. No, that's a great song. I don't know
I
why
know it's
they
like
didn't put that
the
in.
song the music of like for.
Needless to say, I
Yeah.
thought I was never gonna be right for that show. I got the offer for that show 2 days before I was supposed to leave because I was doing 42nd Street, currently at that same theater, and it was 2 days before, and then they were like, "Hey, do you wanna do Pretty Women?" I'm like, am I really good for that show? Like, I don't think I'm good for that show at all. And then I said, you know what? I want to get paid and I want to stay here longer. So I accepted. And I'm like, you know what? I actually kind of feel like I fit this show, you know? So it's like, you don't know the vision of what these creators or directors or choreographers want, but you just like, you have to accept that like they want you and you got to take it, you know? And then there's other roles where I was like a principal or a feature and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely right for this show. And definitely I like would recommend, like, go for the shows that you know you're right for. Like, I did 42nd Street. I know I'm right for that show because it's all tap dance and I can tap dance and I feel like I'm
Mm,
good enough in my craft to really perform that show right now. My capability and talent and age, and I'm just like, why not, you know? And I got it. I'm like, thank God I believed in myself because the only one who's really gonna like do it or believe in yourself is you.
mm, true.
So I would just say embrace anything.
Yeah, and I bet it did end up. I sadly couldn't watch the Pretty Woman or 42nd Street your performance, but but I bet it went pretty well.
Yes, it actually went really well, both shows. I also did A Christmas Story before 42nd Street, so that was really nice as well.
Great, great, great. That was in Arizona.
Yes, all 3 shows were in Arizona, Arizona. It's called Arizona Broadway Theater. It's a really nice theater to work at, and I auditioned for them in New York City when they listed on Playbill before the shows started. So I filled like an email submission out, I think. Then I auditioned for them in New York City on like the day they had auditions, and then they were like, "Come back for us to dance." And I said, "Sure." And then I stuck around and I danced, and then I think 2 weeks later they gave me an offer.
Wow, that's good. I'm
Thanks, man.
actually right now in an audition process for something that I don't think I can talk about. Yeah, but I'm worried. I want to get this role so bad. I feel like I fit so perfectly for it. It's like a US thing. And the submissions end tomorrow. Like it's an open call, so I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I still have. They still like I don't know how long do they take to review everything if it's an open call for something big.
Oh no, I mean, it really just depends, I feel like, especially with open call submissions, because I mean, I don't think I've submitted for open calls as much recently. I like to audition for open calls, especially if it's like for a theatrical season, but I feel like, I mean, they still hold the same priority as if you submitted on Actors Access or like you got an agent invite. But I think it's just like you have to wait and see as much as anyone else. But yeah, it's just a waiting game, honestly, especially with big things like that, because, hundreds, if not thousands of people are submitting themselves for
Yeah,
a chance to do this role.
and
So I
and you
get
never
you.
know if you got it till you either see the the role listed for someone else,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
you actually get an email because you never get like oh we didn't end up choosing you. You never get
Yeah,
that.
no, that's the worst part about this industry in the sense of they're not gonna like usually tell you if they rejected you. And
Yeah,
you just have to keep it pushing, like you just gotta go on to the next thing. I feel like it's such a like real thing when people are like telling me, at least when I didn't know anything, like just move on to the next thing and what if it comes back to you, it'll come back to you because I feel like there's been callbacks or like couple offers so far of working, and I don't even remember auditioning for it. And I was like, "Oh, really? Okay, this is weird, but I'm glad that I got this."
yeah. Sometimes the
'Cause-
thing you least expect is the thing that you get.
no, and that's the realest like thing out there because I mean, you don't expect these productions or theaters to offer you something sometimes, and then they do, and you're like, it's kind of like a cool feeling because you're like, wait a minute, really? You know?
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, whether you believe in God, um, destiny, Buddha, I don't know what else there is.
All you need is just luck, and if luck's on
Yeah,
your side, then I'll be good.
yeah. Luck, yeah. Whatever comes is what you need, probably.
Whatever
I
floats your
don't know.
boat.
Yeah,
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know. Okay. So what was I gonna say? Oh, about AMDA. What were some great moments that you remember? Because I feel like I'm a podcast that I'm like the podcast that I don't know. I pride myself as the maybe the only podcast. I don't know. Maybe the best podcast that promotes AMDA because I have so
Mhm.
many AMDA people here, but maybe it's the only one. um, but how is your experience at AMDA? What can you share for any people who want to probably go there?
Yeah, well, I would love to talk about my experiences. So, I would say that overall, like, I wanna talk about, like, the singing and the acting and the dancing classes, like, as 3 separate, like, mini subjects, but I can start with overall. I feel like overall, I really, like, took away, like, my like who I am as a performer. Like I feel like AMDA really like helped specify like my voice type, like my brand, because you are giving yourself to all these companies and you're hoping that these companies will take your product and cast you in shows, right? So I feel like I felt very like individual and like I could get that one-on-one time with the teachers or whatnot to really like hone in on each specific ability and make me me. Like, I mean, luckily enough for me, like I'm 5'11", I have red hair, and I look unique already. So that in itself is helpful compared to love all my blondes and brunettes, but like some people, y'all just look the same. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yes.
but it's just like your individuality to stand out. And I've really felt like I got that from AMDA. Like I feel confident in myself way more than I did before going to that school. And that school really teaches you to really trust yourself and make choices, even if they're the wrong ones. So you at least know what to do with the right ones. And it's like you're allowed to fail. Like no one wants you to be perfect in this business. The only person that is competing against you is yourself. Like really.
True.
Um, but I would say like really like solidify like your connections with your teachers and just really appreciate the stuff that they give you because they're all professionals. Like that's the best thing about that school is like they're all really well versed into the professional world that I mean everybody has a first semester like, oh, I dream of booking a show or I dream of Broadway, blah blah blah, and you're like sleeping at night and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and some people, do it, and it's just like the people that do it are just always the ones practicing and just like honing in on their skills, and it's just such a nice thing to like see.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I'm gonna start off by saying with like the singing, I
Wait,
feel
how
like
big was your cohort?
oh my gosh, my cohorts they were pretty big, so we had like around like 16 to like 18 of us, right?
Oh,
And you know the letter systems like cohort I1 or whatever, A or whatever, if you remember?
I forgot about all that, but yeah, I won. I was studio, so I was.
Okay, yes, but
But
it's the same thing.
my cohort was 6 people, and it was just one cohort, so I don't think they used it for mine.
Well, in the fall, at least we're 2022. Did you went to the fall of 2022, right?
No, I started on summer 2023.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense. But at least when I started in the fall, there was like I think there so 18 people per each cohort in the musical theater program, right?
yeah.
So it went from A to L, so that's probably like hundreds of people.
Wow, that's have they gotten that many people nowadays? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it's less now, but I think our class was just huge for some reason. And
Mhm.
it's also probably because post-COVID.
Yeah, and also A to the I. That's like how many? Like 10 times
Mm,
18. That's like
that's
bigger than a high school
like a
grade.
yeah. But like
Yeah.
it's funny because like a lot of people did drop because they just weren't cut for the program. And that I mean, I remember being told like my third semester that there used to be a rule that like they had a cut program before you did your third semester, like back then, like before COVID.
Yeah, I mean it was intense. Like the first semester, if you don't know any what you're getting into, and then you start like your ego starts dropping and dropping and
Yeah.
dropping.
I had a lot
um,
of bad days at in my first semester. I was like
yeah,
probably like stressed a lot because they really push you, and it's like I mean it works for some people. It worked for me. I mean I appreciated it, but like some people can't handle that pressure. Like it
yeah,
felt like I was doing a contract, but it was just school.
yeah. You're paying.
And I'm like waking up at 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning to go to like an 8 a.m. dance class, and
Yeah,
it's like the worst feeling in the world. But
and if you
it
arrive
was
1 second late, you are kicked out. I remember that. I
yeah.
remember that.
That was, like, kind of the not the craziest, but it
No.
kinda, like, helped me personally, like, to be on time or at least be early because it's true, like, it felt crazy as a first semester, be like, "I'm 1 minute late and I can't, like, do class," but it's like, if I was 1 minute late to my contract, I'm not gonna get paid for that 1 minute, or I might not even get paid for the day, or I might get a warning. It's just like a regular job, so, I was thankful for it afterwards, but, of
Yeah,
course,
no,
it really
definitely.
definitely sucked in the moment, but that's why the training's so intense. They're treating you as professionals. I mean, that's what we signed up. 4, so it's like, we got to do it. But I feel like my voice teachers were very helpful in teaching me how to like really craft my voice and like use
Mm.
my voice to the best of my ability. I had Jeff Caldwell as a voice teacher, and I had him for the whole 2 years, and he
Oh.
really did help me like be better. Like I didn't know how to like sing or attempt to sing classical music or like how to like really belt or like use my upper register. So he helped me like with a lot of stuff and like breathing techniques and all that. And it's like these people are here to help you. They're not here to like scare you or hurt you. So
Yeah.
they care about you. So it was nice to know for sure.
Voice teachers are like your mentors, I feel like. I
Absolutely. And
remember
like
it's like you check in with them once they're like your psychologists for me
yeah.
at least.
It was so nice to have them like watch your like musical theater. At least for the musical theater students, we got to like do like midterms and demos, and they would come and watch you if they wanted. And he came to a couple of mine, and it felt nice because like the song we've been working on in like the voice room, like he's seeing my performance and he enjoys it. It's like, oh, I could see you playing that role one day, and it's like I feel great. They're here to
Yeah.
support, but like obviously you got to put in the work and do good.
Mhm. So about musical theater, I didn't take any specific musical theater classes. How was that?
It was good. It was probably really rough for me in the sense of they made us do song charts and dossiers, if you've ever heard anyone say that.
I heard
But
everyone at the what's the name of the musical theater? Integrated?
integrated?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
integrated.
heard everyone talking about that, but I never I never bothered to ask what are you talking about?
Well, I'm glad you didn't at the time because let me tell you, it was a piece of paper and basically, well, there's two papers actually. One was like filling out information and background information about the whole show and the character, and that was honestly just like do your research and you should be fine. That was the easy one. The song chart itself was like at the time it was like the most painful thing to go through because like you would have to you have to go through the whole song and like separate every single like lyric or like whatever. So like say there's like a whole like line of lyrics, there'd be sections of lyrics that you would have to like write down like the mini sections. And then it would talk about like personalization or characterization and like there's a bunch of like sub things that you have to fill out. So the teachers know that like that's what you're thinking or feeling in those lyrics. Now at the time it was a lot. It took like hours and like you had to really like do the work and it was painful and it sucked. But I did learn a lot and I really did appreciate it because it really made me appreciate like the musicality and like being in the moment. And I feel like my acting has gotten a lot better since like that training. And like, yes, it's taxing, it sucks, but it helps. Like it's weird, but it helps. And like now I don't think about it like, oh, I have to do a song chart for every song. No, I'm not gonna do that to myself.
It comes
But it's
automatically, right?
yeah, because you put in that work to like know that this moment should feel like this, or what am I gonna do with my action or my body or my face in this moment to like be unique or have my own creative spin on it. And it's like it's teaching you to like be accountable for your actions in a song.
Hmm. Yeah, I think now that that you're talking about it, I remember a lot of musical theater students were in my semester. They were like doing the song charts in the bus because they hired they got a bus for the because we were on Greenwich. I think you started on the Stratford or what? Oh,
Yes, Stratford
yeah,
Arms, that was the year before Greenwich Village, yeah.
yeah. So you got to experience that, right?
Yeah, I got to experience both the Strat
Uh-huh.
and Greenwich.
So you probably didn't get buses on the Strat.
No, we
No.
walked from the Strat to the
Yeah.
school, but we did take buses from Greenwich to
Right.
the
Yeah.
school.
So I remember everyone like from the musical theater students like doing their song charts in the bus, and I was peeping over, and it was. I mean, I'm glad that you didn't do law because you have to probably read and write a lot, but that looked like even more tougher than
No, it
studying law.
was it was the real it was the hugest, like, kick in the ass for that program, and everybody could probably tell you, like, that's the one thing nobody is to do. But, like, once you're out of the school, you're like, "Wait, actually, that was useful. It sucks, or it sucked, excuse me, but, like, it's better now."
Yeah. What was your favorite class?
Favorite class was tap class, but I'm biased, so
Dance classes in general were probably your favorite classes, right?
yes, the dance classes were the highlight of my time at the and even though, like, I used to be, like, a tap dancer or, like, dancer I mean, I dabbled, like, a couple years of, like, other
Mhm.
styles as well, like jazz, ballet, some partnering and all that, but it was just really nice to, like, have an outlet, and even though it was very structured first semester, it felt nice to, like, have like, my classes were, like, dancing basically so much throughout the week, so it felt nice.
Yeah.
So, like,
Well,
having 4 different dance classes for a whole week, it was like, I'm getting pushed in a good way, you know?
yeah, I do know. I do know. Because we had I think I I had only one theater dance class, but with the studio, but I had a lot of the classical acting class plus the contemporary. Like I remember all that. It was
Yeah.
good memories. I remember it fondly, honestly.
Yeah. I liked musical theater dance a lot too. It was very nice getting to, like, at least for 3rd and 4th semester, it was more combinations or, like, picking up dance calls, and that was really where I started to be like, "Okay, repetition," or, like, trying to, like, pick up stuff faster, and it was really nice, and I felt like I was ready by 4th semester because they let
Yeah.
you audition in 4th semester.
It's crazy because it's 2 years, but it's really a year and a half.
Yeah.
Like in time
Mhm.
frame. But it does feel like you learn 3 to 4 years worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. What's a wild story that you can share about AMDA, about your time there? Like what something that you experienced?
There are plenty of wild stories that I could probably share, but
I
I'm gonna
bet
keep
there
it,
are.
like, PG enough, if you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah, of course.
But I would say, like, a wild story, at least I'll say inside the school, I guess you could say, is that there was, like, one time I was doing a dance class or whatever, and I actually, this is nice. So during, placements,
Oh right. Yeah, I remember. I did a jazz elective and I remember
Yeah.
placements. I Yeah.
There was a 3rd semester tap placement that I did with, like, 3 cohorts combined just because those 3 cohorts, like, those are your people that you do your dance classes with. The cohorts you do everything with, but, like, in the dance placements, it's like 3 cohorts are brought in together as, like, one group of people, and then they place you on levels, and then those your level is your people for that class.
Mhm.
But we learned the tap combination to, like, obviously present in front of the teachers that would put us in these levels, and, like, somebody who I thought was gonna get it, like, be in the top level, like, they messed up and, like, I don't know if, like, they almost twisted their foot or something, but it was just kinda crazy to see. I was like, "Oh, crap," like, that I hope they're okay, and then this other person was, like, just complaining after in the next class because they were in our cohort, and they're like, "I don't think I did well, like, I don't think I'm gonna be put in the top level," and I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's crazy." I mean,
Mhm.
hey, what can you do? I don't know, I feel like there was a lot of, like, complaining that went on at school, and I was like I'm always a person
Mhm.
that, like, I don't really like negative energy like that. Like, I feel like someone said on a contract once, and I fully agree with that statement, you have, like, 10 to 15 minutes of complaining until, like, it becomes a problem and, like, nobody's gonna listen anymore. Like, I
Mhm.
complain, everybody complains, and that's great, but, like, if you do it all the time, no one's gonna want to work with you or be your friend. It's just so much like time and negative energy wasted for nothing.
Yeah, true. A lot of people complained. I include myself in that. At the
Yeah.
beginning, and then I just learned to shut it.
No, I've been holding myself accountable all the time. Like I always
Yeah.
say like I'm not gonna quit, but I'm gonna complain about it. But like I keep it to a minimum. Like it's funny when it's funny, but like keep it nice.
Well, I try now that I think about it, I try to shut up, but sometimes you can't control your mouth.
Yes. I agree with that.
And
I'm very
yeah.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Oh no, no, no. That I was gonna say that maybe it wasn't complaining particularly. Maybe I liked throwing jokes that maybe didn't were too risque,
I
and I
see.
don't know.
See, I'm very extroverted. I will talk to anybody. I mean, at first, I have tried to like be better at this. Like sometimes I come across as like distant or not wanting to talk to people, but I'm very open and very friendly and I like talking to anybody. So I try to be like positive because like sometimes like when I'm just like neutral or like I don't know a group of people, I come across apparently I've been told I come across very like standoffish, which is never my intention, but I've been trying to be more like presenting as, like, nicer, I guess? I don't know, but, like, I love talking to people, like, it makes me happy to, like, let people talk to me about whatever they like,
It's
whatever
the
problems they have
redhead.
or, like yeah, so I would say maybe, I don't know. I think I just have a good personality, which goes
No, yeah.
it goes a long way in this industry specifically too.
Mm. Yeah, it's funny. You said, wait. May I ask? I talked about this with my previous guest. Wait, what's your astrological sign?
Oh, I don't really know much about it, but I am in a Aquarius, I think. Yeah, I'm Aquarius.
Oh, okay. I thought we were the same sign because I'm a Taurus, and I said, "Oh, I've been told that at the beginning I look mean." So I was like,
I
maybe it's
mean,
something to do with that. I don't know.
no, that's good. I mean, I respect people who really like astrology and all that. I'm not into it as much as other
I
people.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything. I just follow what other people say.
You're good.
Um. Okay, let's talk about your life post AMDA a little bit. W- What's how do I want to ask this? What's your favorite project that you've done?
Oh, that is a good one, bro. That is definitely a good one.
Okay, you know what? That's too tough. That's too tough. I feel like that maybe that's not a good question. When
No, it's a
was
good
the first?
question.
Yeah, I know, but it puts you on the spot. I don't know. I'll let you think about that a little bit.
Yeah.
First, what was the first project you auditioned for, like post AMDA,
Oh, oh my gosh. Post AMDA.
or because in the
Well,
fourth semester we were allowed to audition, so maybe in the fourth semester.
yeah, in the fourth semester. I mean, I've auditioned for a lot of things during fourth semester, but I think the one that I really liked auditioning for was Gateway Playhouse was doing 42nd Street at the time, and there was an open call for it, and I auditioned for it while I was in fourth semester, and it was really fun. And there was a lot of rounds, and like I didn't get kept for the first round, but I made it to the second round, and I was very one of the very few people in that room that were kept, and I was like, wow, because I was really good at tap, and like they were really trying to be like, you have to stay on the time in the rhythm or whatever, and I'm like, that's cool. So the second round was like a huge, completely different combination. I was like, wow, this is going to kill me. I did really well, but like I kind of did not hold my own compared to some of these people, and I was like, okay, that was the insensate intention for
Mhm.
myself in the future to like really go to tap class, and that I did. I got humbled that day.
Yeah. Um, I remember mine. It was It was on my birthday actually. It's always so metaphoric, iconic moments like this. But my first audition I did on my fourth semester was April 30th, my birthday, and I didn't end up getting because it was an open call for Romeo and Juliet, the one they did
Yeah, uh-huh.
for a while, and it was so like the room was packed. So I didn't get the
Yeah.
chance to audition, and it was that humbled me because I was like, oh, I was worrying about the audition I had prepared. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this way. I gotta. It's my first audition, but I didn't even get it. End up like showing myself. So that showed me like, okay, that preparing an audition is not the only thing that you need.
No, absolutely, bro. I get ya.
Okay, what was your favorite project that you worked on?
Yes, now I can talk about it, sorry. Um, so it's gonna be biased again, but 42nd Street. It's a tap show. I love to tap. But no, seriously, I was wanting to do that show since I was a little kid. Like, when I was tap dancing and I was, like, 9, they're like, "By the way, random thought, but 42nd Street, you'd probably be good at it just 'cause there's a lot of tap." I'm like, "Okay." I never researched it until I got to college. I'm like, "Whoa, they're right. I love this." And I did it. And it was so surreal being on that stage opening night and doing all the numbers. Like, I can't tell you, like, I wanna relive that memory every single day.
Wow. It's funny. Your first audition was for 42nd Street. You didn't even end up getting it, but then it still came around. You still, like,
I know.
you still ended up doing the show, and now it's one of your favorite experiences.
Yeah, and I need to do it again at a different company, or hopefully in 10 years, that same company will do it again. But, like, still, it's crazy. Like, I loved that. And I mean, there was other contracts before this, the one that I did for 42nd Street. I made callback for that for 42nd Street, but it just didn't work out, you know?
Hmm. Yeah,
So it was really nice. I think now having that on my resume, it will help me be rehired for it.
yeah. I've never watched, and I don't know anything about. I have heard the name, but I don't know anything about 42nd Street. What? 42nd Street is a major crosstown street in Midtown Manhattan, famous. No, I'm not. I'm not asking that. The
Well,
musical.
basically, it's a huge
Okay.
tap musical about, like, this company, and it's in, like, the Great Depression, and, like, there's this, like, Broadway producer who is producing this upcoming tap show that has a lot of different numbers in it, and there's this huge ensemble that I was a part of the ensemble, and, like, they're all auditioning, and then it follows this girl called Peggy Sawyer, and she's a kid from Allentown, she's, trying to audition for the show, she doesn't get in, but, like, it's just how she rises from, like, bottom to top, from being in the chorus to, like, having to go on for the lead because the lead, like, broke her ankle before the finale performance, and it just follows, like, the Broadway dream, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I love those types of shows.
Yeah, it's really nice to be a part of, and I got to do a lot of featured stuff that's, like, very iconic for the show, so getting to do that on top of, like, being in the show was really so it was so fucking cool.
Amazing, amazing. What are you up to now? Like, you're living in New York? You're doing catering. You're also auditioning. What? How do you spend your your free days?
I was gonna say, so, also being an actor, you gotta have an actual life outside of your craft, and I do, like, a lot of, like, stuff on the side, so I love my hobbies are, like, going to the gym almost every day, like, I love going to the gym. I love running and walking. I used to do a lot of track and field, so I'll definitely run around Central Park and just walk and explore things. I love exploring and just taking trips in general. So I find time to, like, really sit down in, like, comfort spots that I've, visited so far in the city and really, like, do that. And I love to explore, so I always, like, challenge myself to go to new places of New York City every day and just find, like, a different, like, coffee shop or, like, building to, like, look at, or just something to do, because there's nothing there's nothing never new in New York City, you know?
Mm.
Um, I always recommend myself to always try to like go on the Staten Island ferry to and from Manhattan because it's an hour of your day. You get to see the Statue of Liberty and you just sit down like and you're feeling like you're on the coast. And it's like it reminds me of home sometimes, but I also need to go explore the beaches, which I've said I would, at like Long Island or like
You
near
haven't?
Queens. I haven't yet, I know. I've been here for 4 years and I
Wow.
haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
That's on
Wow.
me.
No, it's fine. Honestly, you're not missing much. It's better the ones in Florida, I guess.
Maybe. I don't know about that. I'm biased about Florida beaches. They're really good, but we'll have to see.
Exactly. No, no, it's better. The ones in Florida are better, I think.
Oh, well, yes.
Yeah,
No, they definitely are. They definitely are.
yeah. um, okay, and because New York is a really I think you're the first or second person that I've had that I met in New York in the show. Everyone else I've met in like in LA and stuff. So I do want to talk about how living in New York is like. Like it's a very
Yeah.
intense environment, and I feel like you're all. I didn't feel. It did feel like I was like trapped in a box, even though I wasn't. Because it's so packed everything. So it's good to
Okay.
have the opportunities to go out and see nature. What are your? Has it gotten? How do you deal with? Because you probably feel this way too, right?
So, funny enough, I actually really enjoy like how sometimes crowded and compact New York City can be, only because I felt like I've lived in very open spaces my whole life, and I feel like there was a whole lot of nothing to do all the time with vast land. But being in the city, being able to do anything at any time is like so like energy like lifting, and like I feel like I can just do any like random side quest any single day I wanted to. Um, so getting to wake up and do anything I want is like really like putting my free will to use. So it's very nice to just, I don't know, like do like a random cartwheel in Central Park or just like walk with friends like to a bar. It's just like random, you know? It's feels
Yeah.
like I can be myself and more free than like living in like a gated community in Southwest Florida. So I appreciate the freedom that New York City has provided me because it feels like a safe space that I didn't get anywhere else, you know?
Mm, yeah. I think I saw you post in your story like a few days ago that you went to see like a friend from AMDA, I think, or someone like
Yeah.
perform at a bar probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's yeah,
He was great. You know, he like he's a singer, musician, and I have to come support the homies, you know, like that's my
right.
bro. So
Yeah,
just got to do
that's
it.
what I mean. Like you have the it's great because it's true. Everything's so like you can go to a friend performing one day and then the other you go to a Broadway show. Like there's everything
Yeah,
at the reach of one's hand.
literally. No, I agree with you. Actually, funny enough about Broadway shows, I've seen like 4 or 5 since being back, but I've won the lottery for all of them, and I've been really lucky recently. So I feel like I've been using my luck a little too much, and I'm like, I hope karma doesn't get me because I'm like, wow, I've really been winning these lotteries, and I'm like, crap, where can that happen for like more job offers?
True. Well, hopefully your luck won't end. Are you Irish?
Yes, I'm like, I mean, I've never taken a DNA test before, but I'm mostly Irish. I like Scottish. My grandpa's British, so some blood of that, and just probably an array of like European descent of somewhere else.
Maybe I think Irish people are very lucky. I don't know. I don't know why, but I think it's
I
a
mean, yeah, four-leaf clovers.
the pot of gold, the four-leaf clover. So probably that's
My man, had to put it in there, didn't he?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think you're. I think you'll be just fine with with it.
All right, all right. I mean, hey, I take your word for it. I hope so, me too, for my
Hopefully,
sake.
hopefully. Um. Okay. What can I? What of these questions are good? Okay. What do you want to do in the future? Like, what's your dream role, dream job, dream anything?
Right. So realistically, I want to put this into like two or three categories. So what I want to realistically do in the next 5 years, be on the national tour of Book of Mormon, because that show I have been final callbacks for many previous years. And for some reason, I didn't get asked this film and audition for them this year. But I'm gonna find my way in there in that team. I know I'm many of the teachers at AMDA, plus people on the street, plus like random people that I've like been in like I went to spelling bee and like I was a guest performer, like being on stage and just being a guest speller. And then they were like, "Oh," they made like a joke about like me being on Book of Mormon. I'm like, "Okay, so like Broadway people think I should be on Book of Mormon." It's like
No, you that
it's a
fits. That's your typecast. That's right up your alley.
yeah. That's why I'm like, I want to do that show one day, and it's not going to go anywhere. So just the means of finding my
I
my way
mean,
into that
didn't
show.
yeah, didn't they didn't something happen to the theater not so long ago?
Yeah, the top of the building caught on fire. I don't know what specifically made it start, but like the theater itself isn't destroyed. It's just the top part of the
Isn't that
building slash
scary?
roof.
Like, doesn't
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't that make you wonder why, like, if it was the Mormon gods or something?
I was just scared that they were gonna lose their jobs and that show was closed indefinitely. I'm like, now I have no chance to get in the pipeline.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was intense. Have they returned to the theater?
I mean, I think so. I think so. But like, there was a
Yeah.
time where they were closed indefinitely
Yeah,
until
for like a while. It was long. That was
like a month or two. Yeah,
yeah. Wow.
but thank God they're
Okay.
back. So, jeez.
Yeah, yeah, I would see you there type dancing, tap dancing.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm like, it's a lot of easy musical theater dance, but it's just the tap that will get me in probably.
Yeah. Easy, easy. But they make it look great. I don't know who choreographed that, but
Yeah, it was good.
yeah,
I've seen it twice, but I
it's
would say
amazing.
also like going back to the topic, in
Oh
10
yeah.
years or like 15 years, realistically, I think I'm gonna like still perform, but it's more probably I think I'm gonna be more focused on like high-end theater and like trying to like be paid at least like a high minimum of whatever a week or above, and that's it. Because I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna be stacked enough on my resume that I can just join equity since the rules are like you can pay to get in now. But it's like I want to build my resume. I want to like grow my career to the point where if I'm not like really great as like the dancers next to me, I can still at least like make it in the back of the dancing ensemble and like be equity and get paid enough to fulfill. So if it's just only my singing and acting that's going to carry me, at least I can still dance or tap dance because I'm still going to tap dance if anything.
Yeah. That's a good dream
But
to have. Have you ever
yeah,
thought of have oh, well, you probably have, but like film and movies, or is it just like the ballet, I mean ballet, tap and theater, the things that you
I
are
mean,
into?
I feel like I thought of doing film, and I was told by my managers that I should start getting into like commercials more and doing film stuff, and I'm like, you're right, but like I guess I've been pushing that off, and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna regret not like trying to get into it if I don't like start it. But it's like people are like, my managers are like, your eye acting is like pretty well off in the sense of like that's basically what it is for studio slash film acting. It's like more in the eyes than like more expressive, and it's like if you can really work on that, I feel like you have a easy, relaxed and like whatever just to like do like a background or like maybe be a feature or like a principal in a film. I don't know. I would love to work in a horror film. I think those are fun.
Oh, they're doing Scary Movie 7 now or 6.
Yeah, I'm
Is
excited
that
for
a
that.
horror film? I don't know.
No, I mean it's not a horror film. It's more like a funny parody of it. Like
Yeah.
funny.
Um. Well, at least you know that AI is not going to take your tap skills anytime soon.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Please do not use AI. If anyone watching or just in general, AI is not gonna keep. I'm scared for AI for commercials and film more than live theater because live theater is always going to be here forever, but AI could potentially take their roles or like it's scary and like people need to stop supporting it. It's not okay.
Yeah, before robots take over the world. Yes, definitely. Um,
It's scary. I mean, we're gonna be like almost 50 in 2050, and who knows what's gonna happen there.
yeah, I'm hoping for the best.
Like the fact that people are gonna be born in 2004, like 46 or 50 is it's cringing me physically.
They're gonna do like instead of 6 7, they'll be doing like 0 - 500 or something.
They're gonna like say something absurd, and I'm just gonna like face like I'm gonna like it's just bad. I don't know, but like I
Yeah,
hope if we lock in now, I feel like there's a chance humanity might be saved.
but yeah, sure, I guess, hopefully. But is there any way to stop AI? Is there, or is it like a lost battle and we should just adapt? I don't know.
I don't
It's
know if
too
I don't
hard.
know if
Like,
we
what
should
can I do?
I don't think we should stop it. I think we should recognize when it's good to use it. I think
Yeah.
there's a difference between mindlessly using AI to benefit yourself versus helping a cause and using AI to really enhance your cause is better for society.
Hmm. Hmm. Give
Like,
me an
I don't
example of
know,
that.
putting me on the spot. Like, I don't like talking about like politics and life. I just like do
Oh yeah,
theater for
okay.
a living.
Don't. Yeah, we're drifting too far from the.
Hey, I appreciated the rant about that though for now, but yeah, I don't want to get
No,
too
yeah, that's
political into it.
no. It's okay. It's okay. That's enough. That's enough. But yeah,
Thank you.
movies have definitely some stuff to work out with AI, and
Yeah,
whether or not what they're gonna do with that.
we'll
Hopefully,
say
people don't lose their jobs more than they already have.
yeah. I was gonna say off topic though. Um, I'm excited, like movie-wise, on the topic of that. I'm excited for this new Hunger Games movie. I mean, one thing about me, I'm a huge Hunger Games nerd. So, like this
Really?
new upcoming, yeah, I love the Hunger Games books and movies. So there's like the new movie, like the Sunrise of the Reaping or whatever, the movie coming out, and I'm excited. I really want to see that, like so badly. So,
I've never watched any of the Hunger movies.
Hunger Games, it's a good
Hunger
series.
Games movies.
I would say, I mean, it's not for everybody, but it's very like relatable to at least it's like dystopian and it's like
Yeah.
a different capital society that they live in. And I mean, it's there's many things that can be applied to that world that is in comparison to our capital and society today, at least in
Mm.
America,
No, yeah, and in the West probably. Um,
the West.
it's yeah. I'm terrible with movies. Like, what am I doing being an actor and I haven't watched The Hunger Games? I haven't finished Harry Potter either. I haven't. What's another? I haven't watched The Godfather.
Oh goodness, you gotta start watching that, man.
I feel embarrassed by even saying that.
Okay, I'm a movie person. I know people are TV series people, so hey, trust me, I get it.
Yeah, yeah, I do watch a lot of that. It's yeah, but
I'm also
yeah. What?
I'm also a game show, like a reality TV game show kind of guy. So like I like Survivor or like Big Brother or The Amazing Race. Like I've applied for that
Ooh.
sometimes.
I
But like
could
I'm
see
not gonna
you.
get in.
Why not?
I mean I want to, but I just don't know like what I'm doing wrong, you know? I mean there's like thousands of
Hmm.
people auditioning. So I think it's just my audition tape. It's like they don't really like hiring like actors
Yeah.
for these game shows. It's like they're like regular 9 to 5 people with like depressing backstories to like
Yeah.
milk on camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True. What's the last actor they casted in a reality show?
I mean, I
What?
don't know about like specific actor, but I mean there was a guy named Mike White who was like the creator of White Lotus, and he just appeared on Survivor 50, so that was really cool to see.
Oh, wait. There's this guy, Mike. There's also this other Mike, Mike O'Malley. No, what? Who's Mike O'Malley?
I don't know who Mike O'Malley is.
Oh, no, it's someone else. What's the name of this guy? The guy from Iron Man 2.
Oh,
Mickey Rourke. That's he has. He Mickey Rourke. He was in a reality show the other I saw with Jojo Siwa or something. It went viral.
I haven't seen that one yet. I might have to check that out.
Do you know who this guy is? Mickey Rourke.
I mean, maybe people, a lot of people know and I don't know as well, and that's embarrassing
Let's
for me,
see.
but I don't know.
This guy. He looks really run down, but I don't know. Maybe he looks like
Maybe, maybe not.
terrible. He looks.
Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
David, did I present it? Did I present my screen?
Oh, no, you did not.
Oh, that's why you were you were not reacting. Okay,
Yeah.
it's this guy. He looks really run down, like I was saying.
Oh, ew. Yeah, no, he definitely looks something for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I'm okay. I'm okay for sure.
yeah. Maybe you don't want to be in a reality anymore.
Maybe just not with him, you know. I think I would like, but like the next thing, I just don't know about
But what?
you guys
Yeah.
specifically.
Uh huh. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to talk about? Is there anything that you feel like we can talk about? I don't know. I feel like we've
Um,
covered everything.
Honestly, I just feel like, you know, if you want to know anything about like what goes on inside contracts sometimes, I could probably like talk about that if you want. Or like
Mm.
how to go deal with like your everyday like life and making sure like you're on top of things and whatnot whilst like being on contracts, and like how to keep yourself busy uh, during your in
Mm.
between period if you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Actually, let's 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 talk about that really quick before we.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. How do
So
you how do you
do all that.
keep in
Yeah.
yeah keep busy?
So I would just say, thankfully, like I'm gonna like before it happens, when you're doing the rehearsal process and shows and like what to expect. After. So before, like obviously you get your offer, and depending if you like have an agent or not, like you try to negotiate for things that you would like to have benefited for you on this contract, whether that be like you want more payment per weekly, or you want like a single room for to live in, because usually they like to do double occupancy rooms. So you're usually always living with a roommate, but like if you really have negotiate, you can live by yourself in a single room, and that's always a huge plus, especially when it comes to these longer contracts, because it's like you want to live by yourself in in a room. So I mean
Mm.
that's nice. Um, and just like amenities and like making sure that like all the stuff that they're providing for you is there and just whatnot. Like maybe like things as like linen sheets or like food, you know. And then once you have all that situated, they either fly you out depending on how far you are from them in like in the country. Like I've been flown to Illinois, Arizona. I think that's probably it, because all the other times I just have to take the bus or like a train to states closer to me.
And you get out. So it's a hotel then.
No, it actually depends. So you're either living in a cast housing that they already have built or like have already rented out or bought, or you live in a hotel for that contract, or you could live in a hotel, then live in a house. Like it's a lot of different things that the company itself is like. providing, but you don't know until they tell you within the contract.
I would love living in a hotel. I'm getting paid for that.
Yeah. The one thing is there might be some times where you have to live in sponsored housing where for a period of time or indefinitely in the sense of there's like host families that support the theater and their patrons, usually older, and they host artists. It's a gamble. I wouldn't say it's the best, but if you get that,
Because you
just
have
try
to
to be
then
friendly.
adjust to their life.
Yeah. It's a like you're also a grown adult and like sometimes
Mm.
like I definitely felt like when I had a host family in Arizona, they were kind of controlling, but like
Do
it's
they
their
look like
house, I
this?
get it. No, they definitely look a little more safer than that. I would say they're usually good for the most part, but
Okay.
sheesh, no, I'm good. But it's fine. So it really doesn't matter that much, but it's okay. And then like when you're getting there, obviously, like I'm gonna talk about like once you're there now. So like the people, it's always gonna be a gamble with with the cast, right? Like you're gonna love your cast, you're gonna hate your cast, or you're just gonna be indifferent about it. Your cast may be cliquey, groups of people hang out with each other all the time, and then other groups, or it's all like a camaraderie. I can't even say the damn word. Camaraderie, whatever. You know what I mean? But
Camaraderie.
camaraderie, yes, that's embarrassing. But
It's
either
okay.
way, what was I gonna say with this? There's been plenty contracts of like everyone still keeps in touch because we're good friends, or no one really talks to anybody because it was very like clicky, or it's like some people stay talk to some people still, and it's like I don't know, it's like it sometimes feels like high school and college all over again, but with like grown adults, and it's like
Yeah, that's weird.
it is very
Or
weird.
is
But it's
it
like the
really that
toxic.
weird?
It's not weird because you're living with these people until the
Mm.
contract's up. So you grow. It's like hyper intensive of your feelings and emotions towards these people because it's not real in the sense of like you don't have to live in your own apartment and then meet these people whenever you want. You're forced to like live with these people and work with them every day for 2 months, and then you leave and don't have to see them again unless you work with another contract on with them.
And not only work with them, but work with them acting. You're opening
Yes,
yourself.
you
Yeah.
and you sometimes have to be really intimate on stage or like just with yourself with these people, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying like have to go and like be all over them, but like I'm just saying like you still have to appreciate them and like be nice to them and like you don't need to
Yeah.
hug people, but you know what I mean? It's just like you have
Yeah.
to be nice.
Basic cordiality.
Yes, you have to be professional and cordial.
Yeah.
Somebody said like on TikTok once, there's like no one's like these are all your acquaintances, like they're not your friends. And if you ever you can have real relationships with these people outside of the workplace, but don't expect any friends from it, but really just try to appreciate the work and art that's being given by you and these people, you know?
Yeah.
But the rehearsal process, sometimes like you can rehearse from like late in the afternoon till night, or you wake up at 10 in the morning to do it till like 6 or 8. It just depends on the schedule. And also, it also depends if you're working at like an equity house or like a non-union theater. And like that only matters, I say that because like if you're working at an equity house regionally, there's the equity members like vote on the times they want to rehearse, and I didn't know that until I went to Illinois and I did a production of Spelling Bee, and I was Chip Tolentino in the 25th Spelling Bee or whatever, and the equity members in the cast voted when to rehearse, and I guess we rehearsed from like 12 to like 6 or 8 or I don't even remember the schedule, but it was like you have to like because they are equity members and they have guaranteed rights. They get to do all they have all these benefits and you know it's fine. And
That's annoying. Like why why that I don't
I,
like that.
don't think it's annoying. I think it's like they pay their dues to be in the union, and if you're in the union and you get protected liberties of everything that you are signed up to pay for, you should be able to respect that. And people who are non-union choose to stay non-union for numerous reasons, and nobody's better the next person because they're equity. Equity doesn't mean you're better than anybody. It just means you have guaranteed pay and rights within a contract. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's part of the business, you know, you sign up to do this and you're like, "Oh my goodness, like they don't have to do X, Y, and Z because they're union or like blah blah," and you're like, "Well, I'm not union. Like if I was union, I wouldn't be I would be happy too." So, I mean, I also get it, but at the same time, if you're non-union, you get a lot of opportunities like non-union national tours that these equity people don't get to have because equity members can't work at non-union places and they can only accept non-union contracts, you know?
Yeah. Do are people generally, at least in equity, um like like you in the sense of they don't they don't create like this like cliquey atmosphere between the unions and the non-unions?
Oh, definitely not. That feels very like egotistical and like having like power for no reason. I mean, everyone definitely is just a normal human being, but like I will say, tend to find that there are those contracts where it just feel like the equity members are more. They feel like there's more character in there. And I don't say that to
Mm.
diss anyone who's equity. I just feel like, at least from my experience, whenever I talk to people who are like non-union, or for the most part, they're pretty like chill and like I guess it's when I talk to like these equity members sometimes, like especially if they're on the older side, they're very like they are more charactery or they have more like
Personality.
personality and it's like a lot of personality and you're like, "Whoa, okay, pal, thanks for sharing." They're very comfortable with themselves, is what I will say.
Yeah. In SAG, at least, like I know that there's a lot of like, not animosity, but like when I worked background, it was like, oh, the people who had SAG, who were SAG, and the people who were not, it was like they always talked about each other, and it was a little bit more drama field, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like at least for film, it's more like drama provoked, but like no, it's usually chill within theater contracts because I would never judge someone based on union status. I think that's really inhumane of like us. We're creating the same work, you know, like they just so happen to be a part of a union. It's not that different.
Yeah.
Like I can
And
still
after the
like
contract, oh, sorry.
oh no, I was just gonna say that like anyone can do a time step or like a dance move. You don't have to be union or non-union to do that. You know what I mean? So I think we're all
Sure.
doing the same thing. So but yeah, the rehearsal process can be rigorous sometimes and like tech and all that, but like once you get to show weeks, it's pretty good. Just also be careful about the theaters you work at because there are theaters that are very not good to work at and like they're very unsafe and unhealthy and there are actors and wet resources out there that tell you to not work at these places and you know, you should always work at a place that you want to for the first time, but like don't work at it again if it wasn't a good experience, you know? Like, there are contracts sometimes where I'm like, "That theater I would love to work at. I know it's a lot of hate, but I wanna get my one in because, like, no one can persuade me not to if I don't want to, you know?"
Yeah. Wait.
But I would say after, you know, you have to transition back into the real world. It's like making
Mm.
sure you audition and, like, find your things to do and, like, it's definitely, like, a not fun feeling, like, being unemployed again, but it's like, you know that you got employed and there will be another time you will be employed again. It's like, that's the business, you know? You're never guaranteed to work forever in the industry that we chose, but what you can guarantee is being better at what you're doing and creating art with people that wanna create art with you.
When you close every cycle, does this happen? That do you feel after you close a show, like you're saying goodbye to people and you're having to meet new people again? Like it happened to me working background a lot in acting. Like sometimes I was maybe even 2 weeks or a week, no, not even that much, working with people, and then you never see them again, and it's like, oh, I really created a bond with them. Um,
Yeah. It's a really like, I'm not gonna lie. There are definitely casts out there that I was like, I really wish we could all like stay and be friends forever. But unfortunately, that's just part of the business. Like people come and go, and we're all adults, and we know we'll still like we have social media to like chat and keep on tabs with them. But like, not everyone's gonna be your friend post contract or still keep in touch with you. Those people that do though, those are the people that you need to keep in your lives because those are the real friends you have. Like there are still people that I'm friends with and keep in contact with post contract because we made ways to like hang out outside of the city. Now, obviously, be a smart person and know when someone's using you or being fake towards you, but like really invest in the people that want to invest in you because those are genuine connections you have. And down the road, what if they become famous? Like those are people that you can use in the sense of like, hey, I know you. I don't want to like leech off of you, but like, how did you get so successful?
Yeah.
And that's also a thing where it's like, I really recommend, especially for people around my age on the younger side of the 20s,
Mm.
don't make friends with people just to assume that they're going to give you something, like an agent or like a connection to someone else. The worst thing I've ever experienced so far is pretending is someone me realizing that someone was my friend to like gain something from me. Like I don't want to be friends with someone that wants something from me. Like that's not a friendship. That's just you wanted to use me, you know?
Has it happened a lot?
No, but like there are some times where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I feel close to this person on contract. What if I give them my agent to really solidify our bond?" Do not give your agent do not give your agent to people that you've just met like a month ago. Trust me, it doesn't that's not normal. It doesn't work out. Because I used to think,
Yeah.
"Oh, if I did this for them, they'll like me even more." That like
Or
they
or
already like
they'll
me, you
do it
know?
for me one day.
Yeah, or the yeah, it's no, it's don't do that. Don't and if you're that person that is doing that, you're a bad person, like, stop that. Because, like, what do you mean? You know, it's like it's inhumane and it's part of the business. Like, if you can somehow get someone to like give you their agent's referral and you're signed with them and then you don't become friends with that person anymore, great, you swindled them or you did that, but like that's a horrible thing to do. And if word might get around, you know, it's just like be a good
It
person.
it
It's
always
not so
comes
hard to be
around.
kind. Yes, people talk. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure people talk about anything, like people talk about anything, like even if you like on a contract walk different, people will talk about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. And that's what I always I'm scared of. Like people talking about me behind my back. That's my worst fear ever.
Yes. But I used to have a fear of that. I don't care. Like, here's the thing. I think I drilled into myself so much. You can't you can't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I've told myself, it sounds like very pessimistic, but if you just tell yourself, I don't care, you're gonna feel so much better about it because everybody talks. Like, no one's like, that's human society. Like, I know I talk about people in a good way or bad whenever I feel a certain way, but like they're not going to know that. And like if they care so much, they probably feel the same anxiety that I once did, you know?
Mm.
Like you're going into an industry where everybody talks. Art is subjective. People are going to talk about you behind your back consistently, whether it's good or bad. I honestly rather be blissfully unaware than be told by someone else something someone else is saying about me. I'd rather someone say to my face the things they're saying behind my back. Like, let's say, for example, someone's like, "Oh, he's a bad dancer." Say that to me, and so if I hear, so I don't hear it from someone else. Because if hear it from someone else, I'm going to be more pissed off than you just not telling me directly.
That hurts the worst when you hear stuff from people that you think that you created a genuine connection with, and then you
Yeah,
hear from someone else that they hate you.
yeah. I'm not gonna name names, obviously, but
Yeah.
like there's a guy that I thought was my friend during a contract, and he left before I continued to stay at the theater and do the next show, and we don't speak again. And like I'm pretty sure him and this other guy that stayed to do a show with, like they say things about me, and I don't care, you know. And
Yeah.
people need to understand, like it's just talk. You're not a casting director. You're not gonna make my job. You're not gonna get me a job. So realistically, I still win either way, because I did nothing to you, and you can go complain or cry about it to your friend, and I'm never gonna have to see you again. Like, I'm not forced to be with you again.
Yeah. And also I think it comes with experience, not caring about this stuff. Like the more you
Yes.
leave the the rejection or the deception or whatever,
Yes.
the more you learn to deal with it. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to care so much starting out about everything. Like, I wanted everyone to only say positive things about me. I wanted to be perceived as like a good person, which obviously you still do, but like good in every way,
Yeah,
And
good
it's like
dancer, good everything. Yeah.
you can't control what people think about you. And the more that I realized that, like, I just had to feel those hits and lows before I'm like, wait, this doesn't hurt anymore. It's just why even bother caring? Like, I also like have anxiety and I overthink a lot. You just can't care.
Yeah.
Like, don't let the little things eat you up when the goal is to just do your best and have fun and book get jobs.
Also, I think it's very easy to notice when someone's especially for actors to notice when someone's like overthinking stuff. I realize that when I'm overthinking stuff, I people can see that.
Yeah,
So
like, just ease your mind, just let loose, have fun.
yeah. Do you like my what's the name of the thing you put your what like your glasses on top of? A rooster? Coaster.
Yeah, coaster.
You like my coaster?
Oh yeah, it's nice. I
Oh,
like
it's
M&M.
it's an M&M, but it's green.
Yeah, green
So
screen.
it's the green screen. Okay.
That's
I don't know.
funny.
I wanted to share that with you because I find it funny.
I love that. No, it's good.
Okay, amazing. I've actually bought it in New York at the M&M store.
Oh yeah, I love the M&M store. It's good.
What what's do you do you go shop or whatever you call that a lot in Times Square and stuff like that, like more touristic
No, I'm
um
good. I used to do that
hotspots?
though. I gotta save money.
Yeah,
Rent.
true.
Surviving.
In New York, I remember I used to go to the Disney store so much. I would just go
Yeah.
there, go go to the bathroom, then walk around, then see some furniture.
It's nice
Like,
being an adult now though. You get to buy your own stuff and you don't, I
yeah,
mean, the consequences are just financial loss at that moment, but I'm not broke, so
yes, correct. Being an adult is interesting, and
very.
yeah, we have to learn. Because are you an only child?
No. I'm the oldest is 6.
6. Okay, so you probably used to being an adult for a while now.
Yes, I've had to grow up quickly.
Yeah, I'm an only child, and
Okay.
moving to the US did force me to grow like f- uh, against my will, probably. Or no, I mean I wanted to, but it was like you have to learn so much about yourself. And now living back with my parents, it's like I need to learn to put boundaries sometimes.
Yeah,
Uh,
I understand.
yeah. Well, Kieran, where can people find you? I This was a lovely conversation. Where can people follow
No.
you, find you?
Yes, of course. So I have Instagram. I really only use that. So that's Ciaran underscore Welch 69. Spell it out for you. CIAN underscore WELCH 69. Right there. That's where you can find me.
Is the 6 9
Um,
reference to something?
no. My parents and family were like, you need to not use those numbers. I swear it's just the numbers I picked for the username. It's not a reference. I promise.
Because on your TikTok is the same, but with a 20. 21 or something.
24. That's my birthday is January 24th, so I just use 24 a lot.
Yeah, I imagine it was something like either the 2024 you graduated or something like that.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. I mean, it probably was the graduation day or my birthday, so it's fine either way.
Yeah, so I was like maybe the 6'9" is something interesting. I
No,
don't
no, I promise. But I mean, I also have Facebook, but like I don't really use that. So it's mostly Instagram. So
yeah.
follow me on Instagram if you want.
I'll leave
That cool stuff.
everything in the description below.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, you can find on my Instagram. You can find my email. I attached that and just my
Yes,
resumes
if
and
you
stuff.
want to hire Kieran
Yes,
for
please.
yeah, for anything.
You want to hire
I
me,
mean,
please?
yes. We're
Yeah,
begging you.
I need a job.
Amazing. Me too. Okay. Well, I think that was great. We went for a while, and I think that's the time we usually go for in the show. So it was perfect. We talked a lot. I think my
Yes.
favorite conversation was the hmm. What's the
Really
AMDA
think
one?
about.
I really like the college AMDA one conversation.
Okay. Yeah. It's always nice to talk to the students about our experience. Although
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. I don't like talking about it as much as the next guy, but I do appreciate just reaching out and having a connection over that too.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. We'll hopefully see you next week with another show. I probably am gonna move these shows to another day other than a Friday because college is kicking my ass and I need to rest Fridays. I'm so exhausted.
You need to
Um,
lock in.
yeah, that too. Too. If I wanna pass, if I wanna pass. Okay. Well, everyone, bye. We'll see you soon.